There is absolutely nothing in common between the English and Asian languages in the forms of phonology, grammar, and word arrangements. English has many unidentifiable and inexplicable concepts in connection with Asian languages. Compared to European language speakers, Asian learners encounter the subtleties of specific sounds, perplexing sentence structures, and patterns of word arrangements of the English language. Asian learners are conceptually unaware of the most basic concepts that define the structures of the English language. The primary aim for second language acquisition is to resolve the obscurities and develop learners' creativity. Regrettably, the notion of naturally learning without special instruction is firmly embedded in most learners' consciousness. Consider the most widely spoken language across the globe. English is the most commonly taught language system without any caution or proper understanding of essential rules, even at the most basic level. Most Asian learners cherish the notion of diving right into the English language, interacting directly with native speakers. The language acquisition process is usually romanticized and associated with going away on adventures to exotic places. Based on a vague hope, almost every single Asian learner believes that living in or visiting an English-speaking country are the only possible and practical ways for them to learn to communicate in English proficiently. Prematurely employing direct target language use and spoken interaction ignores the fundamental principles of language learning. The widely accepted misconceptions about the process of learning a second language has been the major obstacle. It has prevented learners from achieving the functional use of English language and expanding their range of skills. Surface imitation is far too often misunderstood with spontaneous communication by blindly memorizing sounds of individual English words, stock phrases, idioms, phrasal verbs, and sentences. Asian learners, those who both live in the Asian countries and in the English-speaking countries, are not able to spontaneously communicate in English proficiently, simply from listening to English podcasts, TV shows, and dramas over and over again. Asian learners are still running in circles, trapped in the vicious cycle of fruitless and demoralizing results from rigorous memorization and surface imitation. However, surface imitation is deemed as good enough by native speakers' vantage point of view. Surface imitation neither resolves the obscurities nor develops creativity. The success of second language education relies on a keen understanding of the intricate nature of the second language learning process. The intricate nature of the second language learning process requires a meticulous learning method aligned with learners' unique difficulties, directly originated from their native language. Whether learners don't know where to start or take their English speaking ability to the next level, they need to discover the missing piece in the process of learning English as a second language for the fastest results. The missing piece of the second language acquisition process is the basic English rules and acute awareness of the non-existent concepts within a learner's native language. At present, this missing piece is too often absent at the most basic level, regardless of learners' ages, education, and proficiency levels. Asian learners need a more precise approach that acutely zeroes in on the non-existent concepts, the sources of obscurity, which have long been considered invisible and inexplicable. It is fundamental to resolve the sources of obscurity and successfully overcome the non-existent concepts between English and their native languages, in order to achieve the deep conceptual understanding of English. Due to the phonetic, grammatical, and semantic obscurities, the ability to speak English proficiently is still a rarity in Asian countries. There are many learners who communicate proficiently in English as a result of their tireless efforts despite the obscurities. By no means am I dismissive of their achievements. Their well-deserved achievements, however, often mislead other learners in much greater numbers to think English language proficiency is only attainable for those who have an uncanny knack for learning languages and outstanding memorization skills. In order to move beyond surface imitation and expand the range of English language skills, the missing piece must be put in place. With acute awareness of the obscurities, learners are able to effectively make use of existing learning materials already available that are produced by renowned native-speaking scholars. I'm introducing the missing piece of the language learning process, encapsulated as a practical and concrete model, learning algorithms. This meticulous approach to machine learning enables learners to conceptually develop acute awareness of the crucial components of the English language that have remained unidentified by educators and learners. It provides learners with a deep and active learning method by comparing the basic structures of English to a learner's native language. Learners acquire the bedrock of creativity by connecting the essential concepts of English by successfully overcoming the sources of obscurity. Learners around the world must establish the essential groundwork that resolve the phonetic, grammatical, and semantic obscurities and develop creativity.